Dr. Anthony Fauci is earning himself prominent placement on any list of foreign experts. China is annoyed to hear offered critiques of its zero-COVID debacle. There was a time when economists called President Xi Jinping's obsession with lockdowns a strategy to curb infection rates in the most populous nation. These days, they're calling it what it really is, an overwhelming headwind damaging growth prospects for Asia's biggest economy. Or a disaster, in the words of White House medical advisor Fauci. In recent interviews with Foreign Policy magazine and German talk show Maischberger, Fauci opined that massive lockdowns of the kind in Shanghai, Guangzhou and Beijing are fine at first to stamp out infection. But they're the epidemiological equivalent of a tourniquet. Lockdowns and doing nothing else to improve the quality of vaccines and employ more creative mitigation won't work. China did well in the beginning. It's a disaster now, Fauci told Foreign Policy. And an avoidable disaster at that. As 2021 was stumbling toward 2022, geopolitical experts like Eurasia Group CEO Ian Bremmer worried Xi's Community Party would make precisely this error. As Bremmer argued in January, China's stubborn embrace of lockdowns is out of step with the Omicron phase of the pandemic. China's zero-COVID policy, which looked incredibly successful in 2020, is now fighting against a much more transmissible variant with vaccines that are only marginally effective. We can debate why Xi is doubling down on lockdowns. Bad headlines highlighting surging infection rates could complicate Xi's quest for a precedent-shattering third term later this year. Bigger outbreaks could spotlight how China's homegrown vaccinations are subpar. Xi may worry changing strategies would be seen as an admission of failure, or weakness. But weakness is already showing up in China's economic data. This week, Fitch Ratings cut its forecast for China's 2022 gross domestic product to 4.3% from 4.8%.